If you like our video, click the button to subscribe to our channel and get easy access to new content. To see our full suite of ad-free video courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides, visit us at www.teachucomp.com. To adjust the shadows and highlights of a selected raster layer or smart object layer in the Layers panel of Photoshop, select Image, Adjustments, Shadows/Highlights from the menu bar to open the Shadows/Highlights dialog box. To preview the changes you make, ensure the Preview checkbox is checked within this dialog box. To adjust the intensity of the shadows in the selected layer, drag the Amount slider in the Shadows section or enter a value from 0 to 100 into its adjacent field. To adjust the intensity of the highlights in the selected layer, drag the Amount slider in the Highlights section, or enter a value from 0 to 100 into its adjacent field. Optionally, to show more options, check the Show More Options checkbox in this dialog box. Doing this adds a tone and radius slider to the Shadows and Highlights sections. To adjust the tonal range in either section, drag the Tone slider or enter a value into its adjacent field. To adjust the radius of the adjustment in either section, drag the Radius slider or enter a pixel value into its adjacent field. To change the image color, use the Color slider in the Adjustments section or enter a positive or negative value in its adjacent field. To adjust the mid-tone contrast, use the Mid-tone slider or enter a positive or negative number into its adjacent field. To adjust the amount of shadow to clip to pure black, enter a percentage value into the Black Clip field. To adjust the amount of highlight to clip to pure white, enter a value into the White Clip field. If desired, to save the new Adjustments settings as the new defaults for future adjustments, click the Save Defaults button. To reset the adjustments back to their factory settings if needed, hold down the Shift key on your keyboard, and then click the Reset Defaults button that replaces the Save Defaults button. Additionally, if you want to save your current shadows and highlights settings to a file you can load in the future, click the Save button in the Shadows/Highlights dialog box, and then name and save the settings file using the File System dialog box that appears. To load saved shadows and highlights settings from a saved file, click the Load button in this dialog box to launch a Load File System dialog box, which you can use to select the saved settings file to load. To hide the additional options if needed, uncheck the Show More Options checkbox. To apply the shadow and highlight adjustment when finished, click the OK button. Alternatively, to cancel the adjustment, click the Cancel button. Remember to click the subscribe button to see more of our videos. See our full suite of courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides at www.teachucomp.com.